Pretty good, and perfect shot. He hit that perfect speed to get up behind that ball. Actually, he might have went a little too far. I can't see right now if Davis has a clear shot past the 5. If you can't see it, he's only got to get over a small portion of that 5 ball. See, he might opt to jump. If he makes a good shot on the 2 right here, the 3 is right there for him to take. And if he misses, if he happens to miss the shot, just based on the layout here of the 4 and 7, Lapena does not have an easy run out, so it might be an option for him to jump this shot. He might not even have to jump. It looks like he's just playing a stop shot. We'll see how he executes this one. Wow, that was a good stroke he put on that ball. That was nice. He's in a funny spot here, kind of. He's going to play the 3, obviously. And the way Davis has been playing his safes, he might opt to just play this little bit of left-hand spin off that rail, come up towards the 7 and 9, and play a safe on the 4 ball, lock him up with the 7. He can go forward 1 or 2 rails and try and maybe break out the 4. He might be able to play the 7 and decide, but I think he overran his position for that one. Now he's got to figure out what's going to happen when he plays this safety. He's going to play a safety, I think, right here. I think he's going to play off the left side of the 4, forcing the 4 ball off the 7 down behind the 5 and 9. Unless he plays off the right side, putting a cue ball down that end of the table. Yeah, he played that one, but he hit that one kind of hard. And he did leave out a long shot. It does go past the 7 ball, but this is one of those shots where the reward for making a good shot isn't that great. I don't think he'll end up with a shot on the 5, but he'll probably be close to straight in. If he plays it, he's gonna try and run into that 10 ball to stop the cue, and then he'll have a tough shot on the 5 to try and get on that 4 ball on that 6. But yeah, it was a hard shot for him to try and get over there. And that just shows that Al hasn't had much time at the table. He hasn't been running racks out like Davis has, so he's cold. he come into this match, he hasn't had a chance to loosen up yet. And again, Davis is going to play a 2-rail safe and tuck underneath that 5 and 9. Because he knows right now Al's playing kind of weak, and he'll gladly take ball in hand. Nothing else is touching, so if Al misses this shot, he's going to give Davis a great chance to go up 7 to 1. And it's Al's getting himself deeper and deeper. Mike's at the point where he's just putting more and more dirt on Al in that hole, man. He's trying to cover him up. And Al's got to work himself back into this match right now. He's got to do something. Played a good hit. But again, that full ball's coming out. He's going to give Mike a shot on that full ball. He might play this with a little bit of right-hand spin, a little bit of bottom right, and come 2 rails out. He might opt to play 1 rail, a little bit of high, a little bit of left. That almost guarantees him he can't cross over that line, and he'll stay on the right side of that 5 ball. If he plays it bottom right, he can come 2 rails. If he overhits it, he'll get on the wrong side of that ball, and he really hit that one bad. Yeah, he jumped right up on that shot. He kind of let up on that stroke. And you see what I mean? Once you start getting later into these matches, they start making mistakes. Exactly, they start making mental errors. He started to jump up on that shot, and now Al's got to be in stroke here. He's got to get out. He's got to clear this rack. He's got to take advantage right now. He's got to take advantage of this miss by Davis, and looks like he just got far enough past that 9. He can play this 1 rail across. Probably stay below the side pocket. All right, he's looking pretty good right now. He's going to play this 2 rails, I think. He's going to stay below the side pocket. He doesn't want to bring that into play. And he wants to try and get position where he is right now on that 7 ball. And again, he's got to do something. He's down 6 games to 1 in this match. I believe he's just going to play this center ball, 2 rails. He's going to try and end up right where he is now. And he did not execute that at all. It kind of makes you think what he was doing there. I mean, that cue ball didn't react anything like it should have. But now it gives Davis a great chance to go up 7 to 1. You see, Al just hasn't been at the table enough to get loosened and warmed up, and so he puts Davis back in, and he's got a great shot here to go up. He's going to go 2 rails across, I think. Came up a little short. Kind of hard to imagine Mike Davis coming up short. The guy's like 8 feet tall. He's a monster out there. But he's going to go forward, I think, 1 rail. Looks like actually he's going to pound it. I would go forward, I think. To me, it's a little bit of right-hand spin. There you go. Yeah. Some of these players, when they cue up and they take their practice strokes, they're kind of deceiving because they're aiming at a different spot than they're actually going to hit. I know a lot of the Filipino players do that. Francisco Bustamante, number 1, he doesn't even look like he's going to hit the cue ball when he strokes. Actually he does that, I think, so that he can focus on the contact point of that cue ball. Yeah. Exactly. They imagine that spin on that cue ball, and yeah, and they hit so close to center with that. Exactly, and they got such a follow through, and that's what gives them the power that they need and the spin that they need to move that cue ball around. And by hitting it that way, so close to center, you get so much less deflection that way. So if you guys want to get some spin on the ball, practice hitting it just outside of center. One Q-tip outside of center with an extended follow through, and you get all the spin you need, and you lose all that deflection. You'll be so much more accurate with your shots. So now Davis is going to take a commanding lead here. He's up 7 to 1 in this match. And Jalapena's wondering what happened. He's kind of dazed and confused right now. But yeah, the good point is that Mike Davis can't sit there and string racks together. He can't close out this match right now. You know, go after this one. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of a commercial break while these guys are racking up.
Introducing the McDermott Gambler Pro Tour, the premier Southeast billiards tour. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee. Thousands to be won. Open 9-ball, amateur 9-ball, ladies 9-ball. Log on to gamblerprotour.com.
All right, we are back. Lapena's racking up. He's using the AccuRack, which, again, we talked about. It looks kind of funny. You know, it's definitely a little awkward, you know, but it gets the job done. The thought process behind designing that thing is actually pretty solid.
Applause again. Rodney Morris defeated Johnny Archer. Please move.
So,
applause, Johnny Archer. Thank you, Johnny.
Looks like Rodney Morris just defeated Johnny Archer.
Rodney Morris,
so he'll be back tonight. That I think puts Johnny out of the tournament, which is kind of a shocker. He's always a favorite for one of these things, one of these events. And now Davis has a chance here at the table. He's got the way Davis has been playing safe. You can bet your bottom dollar that he's going to lock him up again here. He's got a great opportunity. He's got a good cluster of balls to get behind. He's going to bank the 1 ball and towards the center of the table, and he's going to try and get up behind that 10 ball, I think. He's going to make Al sweat these last couple of racks. I don't know if he got him. I mean, he got that one little window to get between. He can hit the ball. He's going to hit the left side of it. He might be able to bank the 1 up past the 5 and stay tucked underneath that 2 ball. Or he just banked it straight up the table, which is a good shot. And unfortunately kissed off the 10, and I think Davis is going to have a shot at it. He's going to have a look at it. Now, I don't know if he likes what he sees. He's going to come off the right side of that 1. I don't know if he can get between the 1 and the 9 and play off the end rail first. That would be a good shot. We're going to see what he does here. I don't think he can get to the left side of that 1 ball. Yeah, he could see enough of it, and he played a good bank shot, and he played the safe, actually. He had a bunch of stuff to get him behind. And he executed that pretty good. I think Al's going to play between the 7 and 8. 2 rails to kick up underneath that 1. Force it back down the table and leave distance. And maybe put the 5 or 8. Or the rest of that pack in between the 1 and the Q. But I think this rack is going to take a little bit of time plotting through, because that cluster in the middle there, 2, 4, 6, and 7, is going to have to be dealt with. Yeah, he played a good shot there, and he looks like he's going to get him with that 8 ball. Might have snuck out just a bit too much. I don't know how much of that 1 he can hit. The only thing he could do, maybe, he might have an opportunity to play a 1-10 combination right here. He's well ahead in the match. The table is kind of congested, so even if he does miss, he figures that Al's not going to get out. And with the 3 ball right there, it looks like it's off the rail a little bit. It does give him a bigger pocket, because if he hits it bad or if he doesn't make good contact with that 1, the 10 could still go in off the 3. But that's... I don't know how much of that 1 he can see, so I don't know if he's calling that or not. Looks like he's probably just going to thin it and come back up table. Again, that was a good shot. Turns out that was an excellent shot, because he's got him stuck on the left side of the 1 at 10 and 3 are in the way. And he can't get past that 2, 6, and 8. He's going to have to go over it. Or 2, 6, and 4, rather. He might have a little, he might even have a little window right through to 6 and 8. Looks like that's what he's playing, a little bit of right-hand spin. No, and he couldn't get down far enough. So Mike Davis is going to get ball in hand right here. He's looking to see if that 2-ball gets past the 6 in the side pocket. 6, 7, and 4-ball are tied up pretty good. If that 2-ball goes, he'll probably play it and come one rail out for the 3-ball in the same pocket the 1's going in. And from there, if you can get to that point where he's shooting a 3, you might be able to get in position to play the 4 on the side and break out that 6 and 7. Again, I'm thinking way ahead. I'm thinking way ahead of what's going to happen. You know, I'm trying to plot out his path to get this rack over with. But a lot of things can happen between now and then. He's looking to stop the ball right there. Just get past that 7 so we can have a cut on that 3-ball. Davis is playing pretty good so far. I got no complaints with how he's hitting them. So, if he can get through to it, this might be a good shot right here. He might want to play the 2 on the side and roll forward and hit that 7 a little bit. If he kind of tickles that 7 a little bit, maybe push the 4-ball up, he might have a shot on the 3. Yeah, perfect, just like that. Pushes out the 4-ball. Now he pretty much broke this rack wide open. The table is pretty much it's his for the taking if he wants to play a little bit of bottom left right here, bottom right rather. I'm sorry, and come 2 rails and just stay underneath that 4-ball. He can play the 4 on the side. He can play the 4 in the corner, and he'll have opportunity to get on that 5-ball. And he might get himself on the hill right here, folks. And he rolled that one in. He didn't play that one that well. And I think he's going to give Lapena a good opportunity right now to take another rack. And Al's got to jump on this chance. You know, Mike Davis is a solid player. He's not going to give up any more opportunities like this. That was a gift he gave Al right there. Yeah, I think he's going to roll forward past the 7 and play the 5 in the right-hand side pocket. Touch nothing right here. That's what he's worried about. Worried about clipping that 7. If he clips that 7, he might actually put the 7 between the cue and the 5. And that's what he doesn't like. That's why he's not going to pull the trigger right now. He's going to make sure he knows what he's doing. Forced it in so he wouldn't have to get in contact with that 7-ball on the 6. It was a good shot. He ended up perfect on that 5. So it looks like Al's in position here to take back another rack on Davis, and just try and keep himself afloat a little while longer. But Al's he's gonna have to start doing something. Again, now that Davis looks like he might be making 1 or 2 mistakes in the match, missing that 3-ball, playing safety, letting Al back at the table. That might be the chance that Al needs. You know, it's the only thing that's going to get him back into this match. But he's got quite a mountain ahead of him. He's got to climb. But I think he's going to make this one. I'm going to go ahead and give him this one. He's going to be trailing this game 7 games to 2. We are playing a race to 9, so Al's not out of it yet, but he does need 7 games, which means Davis is going to get back to the table at least 3 more times. And the way Davis is playing, Al needs a miracle right now. He needs for something big to happen. I got Gamble. I'm going to try and get you some scores, but I'm the only guy in the booth right now, so it's kind of hard for me to get out there. If I can grab somebody and try and have them do a little field research for me, I'll try and pick up some of those scores, okay? But we're going to try and get you as much of those as we can. The score is 7-2. And Davis is set to break off right here. He's got a pretty good 10-ball break. And he needs something to drop right now. And he'd like to get a shot on that one, which I don't think he did. No, he left Lapena actually a wide open table. You see, this is the chance that he needed. He needed for something like this to happen. He just put the last rack away. You know, coming closer. If he can run out this rack, he needs. You see, he came up short on that. He tried to spin it past the 8, but yeah, he come up short on that one. And this was the chance he had to take, man. He had to grab hold of this opportunity and take advantage of it. He's got a jump shot now. He's going to play. He's only got to get over half of that 8. It looks like, not even. And 3 is sitting right there. So if he makes good contact with this 2-ball, he'll stop right there and play the 3 in that corner. And that'll be a big boost to his confidence. He did make a good shot, but he just missed the side pocket, leaving Davis a chance at the table again. All right, Davis is probably going to draw this back a little bit. He wants to get past that 9 and past the 4-ball so we can see the 3. Played a great shot there, just kissing that 4-ball a little bit. He's probably going to play this high ball. He's going to play the 4-ball back in the same corner that one just that object, that 2-ball went in. And Al's got to watch out. You know, Mike's a great guy and he's a great player and he knows what he's doing, but oh, that was a little uncharacteristic. I think he was playing from the corner and just overstroked it. He got kind of lucky that the 4-ball is kind of lined up with the 6 hanging right there. He can play the 6. Now he's got to cut the 6-ball in the corner, in the side right there. He doesn't want to hit this full. He's got to cut it in so that the 4-ball is going to drift down here past the 9. That's what I'm going to guess he's doing right here. Oh, he snuck it in past the 6. That was a good shot. It didn't look like it went for the opposite. But now he leaves himself in good position to get the rest of these balls in. And Lapena is he might be looking to go eat some food after this. He might be making some dinner reservations right about now. He's just going to draw this back. He's got himself a nice angle on a 7. Probably 1 rail forward. The rest of this rack pretty much looks like a foregone conclusion. I mean, he hit that one kind of hard. He didn't want to be this far away from the 8, but he just pretty much has to stop this. Come off that side rail. Yeah, it's pretty much center ball hit. Probably just a little low. And he put left English on it. Probably helped make the 8-ball go in. And he's pretty good on this 9-ball. He's going to think about what he wants to do. He might not have the angle to hold it and play the 10-ball in the left-hand corner pocket. He might play this with a little bit of bottom and play the 10-ball in that same pocket the 9's going in. Gives him a chance to make sure he strokes the ball to make it. He doesn't want to play like a half a stroke here. He decided to go force follow around 3 rails, and he got perfect on that 9. So Mike Davis is going to jump on the hill first, and he's taking a commanding lead over Lapena in this match. And Davis is now officially on the hill, and the suffering won't be long for Lapena. It's almost over, Al. And Al's probably hoping this match ends soon. He can't take much more of this, I don't think. He's thinking about doing something tomorrow with his spare time. You know, Davis has just played a tremendous game. He's played a really good match so far. His safety game has been excellent. You know, When was the last time you see someone get a guy on 3 fouls? You know, it's kind of rare. In fact, it doesn't happen that often. Coincidentally, I played Marlon Manalo this year at the U.S. Open, and I got him on 3 in the first rack. But I ended up losing that set. But I did get the Filipino on 3, which is kind of rare. And we're going to see Davis do the same thing right here. He did it already. He got Al on 3 at one point. But I think he's going to take this match. Looks like he's got a shot on that one. 2's hanging right there. 3's by the middle of the table. 4's by the corner. He's got a little bit of congestion in the middle of the table, but if he can get past that, I don't see any difficulties here. For Mike, it looks like he's going to take this whole rack apart, man. He's going to close the door right now on Al. He just needs to get good position on this 3-ball, which he did. 5-ball looks like it goes past the 6. I don't know if he can maybe bump the 6 right now. Try and give himself a little bit more space on that 5. Open up 1 or 2 more pockets for him. I don't think he can, but he'll probably just stop right here. He'll have a natural angle and go right on that 4-ball and draw straight up for that 5. And I think pretty much the game, set, and match is going to be this shot right here. If you can get the cue ball up past that side pocket, you know, all the hard work is going to be done for him. Everything else looks like it's got its own pocket. The 8-ball is kind of tied up. It's not really tied up, but you know, the 9-ball is blocking the right-hand pocket. And based on where the 7-ball is, he shouldn't have a problem getting to that right-hand rail. Kind of where he's at right now. Now, he got a little funny on this one. He didn't get up far enough. I think you're going to see him force this to the end rail. With a little bit of bottom right-hand spin. I don't think he wants to go forward because he's going to take a chance of running into the 8 and 9. He's just going to pound it to this end rail. How'd he hit that one, huh? Yeah, now based on this angle here, if he kind of plays a stop shot, maybe a little bit of bottom, he'll get on the right-hand side of that 7-ball, and then he can play a stop shot on the 7 almost and drift over to that side pocket. And I'm afraid for Al, that's going to be it. Al's sitting in his chair now practicing his handshake because that's the only move he's going to make next. Yeah, perfect. Looks like he's straight in. He'll just stop this and go 1 rail off the 9. And Al did concede. He's closing up his case already. So Mike Davis takes the match, 9-2 over Al Lapena.
Lapena has.
And yeah, he knew it was over on that 8-ball. So we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to reboot. We're going to retool. We're going to put some beers on ice. We're going to fire up the grill maybe. Get some food going. You guys sit tight. We're going to pay some bills. And again, don't go anywhere. You guys still got plenty of 10-ball action in store for you guys. The weekend's still full of pool. So get comfortable in front of your computers. Don't go anywhere. So we will be right back, okay?